I'm going to talk about the weekend box office in a second and a very highly anticipated movie that's coming out. Well, it's already out. This movie isn't, though, and I just wanted to touch on it. So yesterday, the official trailer for the 2024 Crow remake dropped, and I don't think it looks awful, but it just doesn't feel like The Crow. Now, when you compare this trailer to the trailer for The Crow, you can even see the original Crow. You can even see how that movie stands out. That movie had its own look and feel. It felt like a living, breathing, like gothic city. It was a really, really well done movie when it comes to set and production, and I think it's a good movie in general. I really like that movie, and I'm not the only one. So this movie is going to get a lot of scrutiny because of that. I really don't think you needed to make this movie. I'm a little tired of these remakes, especially when the original still holds up. That movie still has a large cult following. So this just seems useless to me. But it looks like a generic revenge movie. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good. But I can tell you this, the people of YouTube don't seem to like it, as it's now sitting at 54,000 downvotes to 42,000 upvotes. It's got 1 million views at this moment. So a lot of people just bagging on it. In the comments, people are bagging on it big time. Just calling it shit. This version of The Crow looks like he wants to join the Avengers. Remember, guys, don't watch it. It's simple. Every time you go to the cinema and buy a single ticket to watch this, jokingly, you're funding them with the false idea that more original movies should be ruined like this. Avoid it. Don't support it. Why does The Crow look like Machine Gun Kelly dressed up like Florida Joker? The Batman looked more like The Crow than this movie does. That's actually kind of true, to be honest. So this movie's getting dragged pretty hard, and, you know, I can't say they don't deserve it. Now, on to the box office. So, I'm going to be quiet at the box office, I think. Kung Fu Panda 4, Arthur the King, Dune 2, still out there making money. But there's one movie that dropped that a lot of you might not remember. And I'm, of course, talking about the American Society of Magical Negroes. And that is the name of a real movie. That is the name of it. That is a movie in the theaters right now. Right now. With a rotten score of 29%, which I got to say, I was shocked to see that, because you would think that this movie would be hailed as the comedy of the year for a lot of these critics, because the whole movie is like bagging on what people, because they exist to make them feel comfortable so they don't go crazy and go after everybody. It's literally how the trailer defines the movie. Turns out it's a rom-com, too. So there's that. I expect this movie to be a colossal failure. Even the prediction people over at Variety are going to say it's a failure, and they don't even give it a number. That's how embarrassing it is. Another new release, Focus, features satirical comedy. The American Society of Magical Negroes is aiming for low single digits in its debut in 1,146 North American venues. First-time filmmaker Kobe Levy, first-time filmmaker, and this is what you chose to do, huh? Okay. Directed the movie, which premiered at Sundance Film Festival. Justice Smith and David Alan Grier. What happened to him? He must be on hard times if he's doing this kind of shit. A star in the movie, which takes a look inside the organization that exists to make life easier for white people. But the key there is it's aiming for low single digits. I saw one outlet boldly say $3 million. I don't know if that's going to really happen, but I saw a video of X-Ray Girl from Friday Night Tights, Nerdrotics producer. She has her own channel, too. She was in the theater for it, and it was completely empty. Nobody was in there. I would expect that to be a common running theme for this movie. But what's really funny are the reviews. I really thought that this movie would have reviewed fresh. I really thought that they would have given this movie the highest of highs. So I thought we would take a look at some of these reviews and see what their problem is. So many desperate ideas and tones are being mashed up here and nothing gels. What should be a daring exercise ends up being a lethargic analysis that doesn't have as much bite as it thinks it does. It's a noble effort that lands with underwhelming results. Kobe really does seem to lose the bite, and by the end, the point of those deeper issues. Doesn't have a plan. This is the director. I just don't know if I'm brutalizing his last name or not. I'm sure I am. Doesn't have a plan at all, creating a juicy Spike Lee-esque tale only to offer Malcolm D. Lee-style direction for it. Ironically, a film about making white people comfortable made me uncomfortable. Wow. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like this movie's not woke enough for them. Like they expected to go in there and see this like super woke movie. I mean, the name itself kind of implies that. And the tone that they put here. This person says that it's a white dude. Frustrating, but ultimately rewarding. I mean, when you look at some of these reviews, I really do think it's not woke enough. It's like they wanted this to be a gigantic lecture or something. Now I'm really curious about this movie. Like this one says that it suffers the same fate as so much of satire does, because they don't know if it's for the victims of the injustice you are satirizing to feel more seen, or is it an educational tool for the oppressor? And that's from Refinery 29. Another common thing I've seen in here is like this Owen guy from Variety. Notice he's a what man. Gave it a fresh. Same with this Fred guy, fresh. It's perfectly takes on real life racial violence from microaggressions. So in the end, I'm a little shocked. I wonder what the audience score will be for this. I'm going to go ahead and call it right now that there'll be bot activity on this. I think you're going to see some shenanigans in the audience score. And I don't know if it will actually reflect, because there's no way this movie is good. There's no way. I've seen a bunch of people that I trust that have reviewed it, and I just don't see some kind of classic here. I think it's just going to be cheaply made, rushed, woke shit for some money, which is what it is. They were hoping that this would be enough to get praise from journalists, and that didn't happen. So, be interesting. I can't wait to see what this actually pulls in. It's going to be really embarrassing if it is in the single digits like they predicted. I wonder how much this movie cost. Either way, I'm sure it wasn't cheap. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.